Good evening, team. Thanks for coming on tonight. Tonight's call. Okay, cool. So, yeah, tonight's call is going to be interesting. We've got some really exciting stuff to talk about. Yeah, we just obviously had our international convention, which was massive. I managed to present Sherlock Local at the event, which was amazing. The response we've had has been massive. I've had so much positive feedback from everybody. It's just been unbelievable, to be honest with you. And we've had quite a few people interested in becoming on board as Sherlock Local reps. So yeah, it's an interesting time for us as a team. I think we're going to be expanding quite quickly. Now we're into public beta, so that's what tonight's call's about. So the structure is going to change slightly, and it allows us to recruit external reps now. So you can actually sponsor people in to become Sherlock executives in your area and surrounding areas. So that's really exciting. Obviously, if you look at the compensation plan, if you recruit people in and then they call on businesses, it is beneficial to sponsor people frontline still with this business platform. So yeah, really excited about the expansion. First of all, I wanted to just say congratulations to Ben and Maria. Well done on that for winning the incentive, $250 incentive, an October incentive. Fantastic stuff. Really, really impressed with your work ethic. You've done an amazing job to win that, which is fantastic. So one moment, a second. Hang on, my computer started to bug out. There we are. Cool. Yeah, so really well done with that. I just want to announce the Sherlock Local video. The Sherlock Local video is officially working. It is out to be distributed to business owners. I'm just confirming with Michael that's the final copy because he basically did say to me that he was going to make some changes in the video. So I think he's not happy with the voiceover and a few other little things. So we may have a new video upgrade, but I mean, I can get you in contact with the video if you need to use it. So yeah, I mean, I will put the link into the group to use, but please don't share it outside of the group at the moment or share it on any social media or anything like that. I'm going to go over that in a moment. Once we finalize that that's the final video, then we will basically go forward with that. But yeah, the Sherlock Local video is out, which is amazing. Market materials, I can confirm and announce that they'll all be ready to basically send, and the finished printing will be finished Monday, Tuesday. So basically the way that it works is all that you have to do is I'm going to work out the quantities which is going to be allocated to each rep in each area, and then you simply just pay for the postage and packaging on that, so you can just get it directly posted to your address. So basically that will be, I mean, I'll be posting the flyers. So I got most of the flyers here from my home. So I'll be posting the flyers. So it's just on the lanyards and window stickers. So those three things will be completely free. Okay, so you won't pay for them directly. All that you would pay for would be the business cards. So the business cards are going to be uploaded. So the design will be uploaded onto. I'm trying to work out where they're going to be. Basically, an order point or location for them to be ordered. We still got to work that out with Michael. Okay, but yeah, you'll be able to basically buy them in set bulks. The business cards will all use the same design, same business card. Also, we're working on a company logo. A company polo shirt with our logo on. It's not compulsory. It's not something that we have to have. It's just something that a few people have requested to be able to put on their polo basically when they're going out to call on businesses. So that's in the works at the moment as well. So that'd be pretty cool when we get the uniform for that. Again, that'll be to be purchased additionally on the back of where the business cards will be. But we'll work something like that out. That hasn't been confirmed yet. Okay, so I just want to talk about the window stickers a little bit. Okay, so what we've done, we've actually got two designs of window stickers now. We've actually got a large window sticker and we've got smaller ones. The reason for this is the large ones are quite large. Like the large window stickers we've got are quite a big size. So yeah, I mean, some merchants won't be happy basically with having the large window sticker on their on their business. Some won't mind, but some won't want to. And also what it does, it allows us to get our costs down. It allows us to get more window stickers for basically the first order. So what I've done, I've created a smaller one, and we've got a larger one as well. Now I want people to use the larger sticker. Okay, I want people to use the larger sticker on the businesses what are kind of facing the streets, or high street facing businesses where there's going to be a lot of traffic, a lot of people walking past. Really push to put the larger sticker on. So always present the larger sticker first. Okay. If they're not happy with that, if they don't want that on the window, then say, okay, no, that's not a problem at all. If you've got this smaller one here, is that okay? And then you can pop the smaller one on. But yeah, really kind of just use your initiative really with the stickers. Don't go putting like the big ones on. Don't put them on businesses what aren't going to be really that much football walking past them and things like that. You kind of utilize the smaller stickers just to kind of keep your bigger ones for the right businesses kind of thing. The ones with the big fronts, the big shop fronts in front of a lot of people, or on a high street, etc. So yeah, there will be two different types of sticker, which would be really cool. And yeah, the first orders are confirm how many how many you'll get on your first one. Mike was running it as a test run first of all. Then we'll look to ramp it up a little bit in terms of ordering going forward. Next thing I want to speak about is the CRM system. Now that we're in public beta, it's really important, really important that we start to use the CRM system. If you haven't had your CRM login off of me, please send me a message and I will get that to you straight away. I have had somebody tell me that their CRM system is only loading their leads. So I need to have a conversation with Mario and Terry and Thomas as to why that is. Every CRM system needs to be able to see every single lead on the system and be able to search every single lead to make sure that basically the businesses in that area haven't been called on already. So yeah, the CRM system is really essential. So every single business that you speak to or you're in contact with, make sure you add that as a lead into the system, okay? And make sure you put relevant notes on the system as well, explaining a kind of like a little bit of information about your call, what stage you're at with the sell kind of thing. That's really, really important. I am going to do a completely separate training on the CRM system. It'll probably be next week, because this is it's really vital that we start using this and utilizing the CRM. It's going to help you track your own business as well. So it is an important tool that we all need to be using going forward. Okay, so that's pretty much my point on the CRM. Give me a message if you haven't got your details already. So now I want to go through kind of territories. So I'm gonna share the screen. I've got a few slides to cover. I hope I can get through them in time, but this is really important with this next phase that we're in. So yeah, let me just see if I can get this shared a second. Right, cool. So that should be sharing now. My computer might slow down a little bit, but it should be all right. Cool. Right, so I want to go through this. This is really important. So one sec, you back. Okay, so you would have seen this. This is module 4, I believe, in the modules when you get started, when you go through your training modules to start with. But these are only a few slides from module 4. I just want to quickly go over with you and kind of how this is going to work. So the territory management. So there's 3 phases. So you've got phase 1. Okay, this is prospecting planning to establish accounts. Okay, that's 0 to 90 days. Then you've got 90 to 120 days, which is phase 2, basic territory management. Plan to solidify core account base. Then you've got phase 3, which is advanced territory management, okay, account deployment. All right, and that's 120 to 150 days. So these are some of the points here. So prospecting the plan, okay, so geographics. Okay, so there's a few points here. So find leads from marketing, okay, personal experience, observation, public allocations, yellow pages, and other networking sources. So that means kind of start looking for leads. Not very difficult really to find leads when it's business to business because they're right in front of you really, but just really use your initiative to try and find like the yellow pages, for example, or any source where you think would be good, a magazine or anything like other competitors like Groupon, for example, their leads in the area. So establish the leads that you want to work. Map your user using map leads using base. Okay, so basically what this is like divide your territories into parts. So what you need to do is you need to put the center of your house, okay, as the center of your operation. Okay, so your core location where you start, where you're based, is the center of your operation. And then what you need to do, you need to pull up Google Maps, okay, and look at the area. So north, east, south, and west. Okay, so these are basically, me and Mario discussed this. This is kind of his work really with this, the layout of this, but it is a great way to work it. And then divide them into postcodes, okay, in your area. All right, but I will help with this. I will help with doing these postcodes. And I know there's some areas where they've got more reps in than others. So we will work out kind of postcodes for people to work in. We'll go through that, which will take a little bit of work, but this is something we're going to be going through before the 24th, before our first campaign, marketing campaign, which I'll touch on in a moment. Okay, so divide it up into postcodes, north, east, south, west. Okay, yeah, set appointments when possible. Okay, I use Google Calendar for my appointments. The CRM system, you can use that. I always make sure I book an appointment into my Google Calendar. It's amazing. You literally will never miss an appointment with Google Calendar. It helps you track your whole day. And yeah, you can just do a lot with it. You can do it from your phone, from your mobile phone, and it will notify you when you want it to. So do that. Visit prospects on appointments when possible, or cold call if needed. So cold calls or walking in appointments. Rotate area accounts by rotate area accounts, sorry, you visited based on the day. So try to go into, set yourself a plan. So obviously some people are doing this full time. I'm sorry, some people are full-time work still with this. Obviously that's understandable, but you really need to set your hours with this. So you need to schedule yourself in, to sign yourself in to do Sherlock Local. Schedule out a day or on a weekend, or if you get 3 or 4 hours after work, or whenever you can schedule yourself in. When you schedule yourself in for this, you need to be in to do the work with this, okay? And here the example is, try to see on your days off, if you've got a day to operate on Sherlock Local, try to see 8 to 12 businesses per day, okay? So that would be going in, booking appointments, phoning them, calling on them, going in, doing presentations. The presentations is just a case of kind of showing them the video and going through kind of some of the information. Okay, so really try to grasp that you need to schedule in your meetings and your time with this, because it is something that you need to put in the work with to start with. Balance your efforts over time based on overall account potential. So what that means really is, if there's a big business or a really popular business in your area which you really want to get on, allocate a little bit more time to that business. So the smaller ones are going to obviously be awareness and you're good, but they're not going to have loads of footfall through. Don't work too hard on those ones. Work hard on ones what are going to bring more value, basically. So just compare the revenue and work it out, kind of what was going to bring you more revenue in, and what was going to be more successful really for a business point of view. Okay. So next slide is finding leads. So low hanging fruit. I've kind of touched on this a little bit. So 1.1 is from local market. Consider who are the biggest users of coupons or advertisers. So you can look at Groupon, you can look at Living Social, you can see the companies who are already using a coupon system straight away. They're easy pickings, basically. They're interested in those kind of programs, so they're easy to target. Media companies, potential channel partners. I'll touch on that a little bit. So basically, a channel partner would be a company. We won't be doing this for a while yet, until we're more established, until we're into full launch, basically. So not to worry about too much about that. But basically, you can get yourself in position to do this. So we can basically offer percentages of our revenues from this operation for them to partner with us on our application, and to basically help advertise what we're trying to do, basically, without going into too much detail. Existing coupons you may stumble across in stores or check locations. Magazines. So magazines got loads of leads in, business magazines, or sometimes you get local magazines dropped through your doors. Make sure you have a look through them. Okay. Competitor websites, again, that's kind of like Groupon, Living Social, and things like that. Social media is amazing. You can find loads of business pages on social media to find your leads to contact. Some people aren't that familiar with cold calling. They don't really enjoy cold calling. I would definitely recommend getting yourself stuck in with some cold calls. That is the most effective way to get to a business if you can't go in there in person. And I know it's uncomfortable for some people, but it is a skill that you will need to try and pick up and learn. Just get out of your comfort zone with this, really. I mean, it's something that will benefit you. But if not, social media sites, Facebook pages are really, really powerful to reach out to businesses on. But you must understand your success rate will not be as high with that method. It just won't be. Going into businesses is the ultimate, and obviously cold calling is the next, really. But messaging is just the step down from that. But just try to do your best, really, with what you're comfortable with. But like I said, getting out of your comfort zone is massive. Okay. Focus on businesses that are most likely to use coupons. That's kind of touched on the first point. And they're generally going to be businesses what are higher volume businesses. What was this? I don't know. You have scripts. Yeah, Alan. Basically, what I'm going to be doing is putting together a kind of a script. I've got some ideas in terms of what I want people to be saying and things. But I know Mario is talking about scripts as well, so I'm going to talk to him about the script and see if he has one already for his team in Costa Rica and Mexico. But yeah, sales scripts is vital and essential, and it is something that we're working on to put in place. And we're going to try and improve the training, the general training of the whole execution. Basically, every single executive that comes into the company, we're going to try to have a really, really good training program. Obviously, these things take time and a lot of effort to put into place, but we are going to grow over time, and we are still in the beta phase. You've got to remember that we are in a public beta phase. We are still in the beta phase nonetheless. So that basically means there's still stuff basically being put in place. Basically, we've got the core fundamentals for the operation to run, but there's always ways to improve the operation, always tools we can add. So a script is definitely on the list, Alan. So yeah, there will be a script coming. Advertisement opportunities, join and get members list from associates. So referrals, point of sale referrals are really powerful. So they're called POS in sales, point of sale referrals. So the way that works is simply you sign a business owner up, you sign them up, you just say, listen, do you know any other business owners who'd be interested in this program? And they'll give you a few. They'll know people who are doing small businesses as well. And that's the most powerful referral you can have, really, is another business refer somebody. So yeah, just ask the question. Remember to ask that. This will be in the training as well once we get it in place. Always ask the business owner, so do you know any other business owners? And the answer will probably be yes. So you just and then you can get their details, take their name and number down, give them a call. And then that's how you can start building your lead base. Network within your marketing community. Go to like networking events, okay, business events, like student fairs. I'm going to touch on students in a moment. These kind of things. Just try and mingle, really, and get some exposure out there, really. There's loads of different ways you can do that. Yeah, and ask for referrals from prospects and accounts. Okay, so that's kind of low hanging fruit. So this I want to touch on this like pre-qualifying leads. So calling leads with telephone to confirm their own business, and make sure they're actually still operating, they're still there, kind of thing. You don't want to go all the way out to a business and it's not even there. So sometimes it's worth calling them first of all, just saying that you're going to pop in, just a little short call, just explaining kind of a little bit about the program, not too much on the phone, but just ask them if they're in, what times they're in, what times the decision maker's kind of there or manager's there. So you can just pop in and introduce yourself, kind of thing. Just so you're looking to help local businesses with an advertisement opportunity. Nothing overcomplicated, just pop in, see they're there. Check the website, see if the websites are running reviews, see kind of what reviews people are giving the company. If the company's got real bad reviews, you don't really want to partner with them really, if they're giving bad reviews on a lot of stuff. So it's worth looking up kind of reviews on the website. And yeah, if possible, always try and set an appointment, confirm a time with them and set an appointment. Cold calls, like I said, I mean, prospects you don't want to talk on the phone, you are better off going in and just kind of going in person and just trying to get them that way. Sometimes people are very, very tough on the phone. They don't really want to speak about it in too much detail, or they're too busy, or they're trying to cut you off. So when you go in, they haven't really got a choice, to be honest with you. Business cards. So when you go in, obviously, when you've got your business cards, you can utilize that. So it's unlikely you're probably going to close on the first visit. Just kind of, that's where the leaflet comes in. That's when the business card comes in, and just give me information to be to follow up, and then you can follow up on them later at a later stage. Okay. Ask questions for referral sources and employees. So if you do go in and you can't hit the decision maker, or the decision maker's not there, the owner basically, or the broker, they call it, that's a term, it's called a broker in the sales. So if you're looking for the broker, he's basically the decision maker. If you go in and you can't get them, try and pick the staff apart to get the details to get to him. Like I said, it's a sales tactic, but we will try and get a training program for these kind of things. But a lot of the people for this platform, we are looking at sales people really who've already done sales before, and especially the B2B sector. So the training shouldn't have to be that in depth. Really, we're not trying to bring people in from a completely non-sales environment. But there will be people who want to do this for the first time, and that's fine. And we're not stopping people. But if you have got a sales background, then it is going to be easier for you to establish a really good business with local. But yeah, we are going to look to put the training in place for it. Yellow pages, okay, like I touched on before. Okay. So once you've kind of done all that, hit the road, basically, get out, get yourself, get out of your comfort zone. So, I mean, I know it can be daunting to start with walking into businesses you've not done it before, but that's the only way you're going to grow. Is you're going to grow the most when you're uncomfortable, and great thing is going to happen when you're not in your comfort zone. Believe me, and you'll be surprised kind of what you can achieve when you throw yourself in the deep end with it. So, go to appointments, cold calls, use your partnership setting and account selection skills. Work hard to establish accounts and get ready for phase 2. Okay, so that's kind of phase 1 out the way. Basic territory. Okay, so this is a little bit about the CRM. Okay, so I did touch on this. Continue to use CRM, which is our system is Perfect. Okay, so it's like this is what we recommend. Visit 5 accounts per day if you can. I know that's, for some of you working full-time hours, that might be quite a lot to try and contact five accounts a day, or follow up 5 accounts a day, and add like 1 to 3 new prospects per day. That's kind of the general target for you to do that. And then once you schedule yourself in, try and see 2 in the morning, okay, and then 3 in the afternoon. So give yourself a break in between. Don't try and burn yourself out, okay, and kind of try and spend typically about 40 minutes to an hour there, 45 minutes to an hour. If you're trying to close them in on the deal, depending on what phase you're at with the appointment or with the sell. And yeah, just kind of work out kind of your time, your average time per meeting, really, when you're kind of committing to it. Okay, contact the right people for the right action. So don't spend too long on people who aren't decision makers, because don't ask them all questions on the sun, because they can't make the decision basically. And basically just don't waste your time with them. Try to make sure you're speaking to the right people, and going forward, you need to just make sure you're doing that, because it's really important you don't waste time with this, and your time is precious, basically. All right, so that's that section done on that bit. I think there's another slide to come. Just go forward. I think it's froze actually my screen. Oh, I don't know. Sorry, I think it's froze. Oh no, so that's it. Sorry, I thought there was another slide. All right, so I'll stop. I'll stop sharing the screen. Cool. All right, so I just wanted to touch on that really, that little bit. I will, like I said, I will go into more depth with it because obviously now we're in the next phase. It's important that people start to try and plan their territories, which is going to be done by kind of postcodes and things. Reach out to me, I'll help you with that. Mario is going to give me a little bit of tips and advice on that as well, because I think he's already done a lot of it on his end. So yeah, territory is important, but the CRM, I want to touch on it. The territories are there to try and gain traction in the market with the UK. We're not going to be like dog eat dog. I mean, if there is people who know people, like business owners in certain areas, I don't want it to be a problem in our organization where they're like, well, that's in my area, you can't sign to them, because we need to understand that we are all one massive unit and organization with this. And thanks to the marketing link that we have, we are all going to benefit from the growth of this whole program, this whole operation. Everybody's going to benefit from. So yeah, people need to understand the power of that and understand that it's a bonus if another rep was to have a contact there and sign that person. One thing I don't want to be happening is somebody goes on the CRM, they then see somebody's called a business, they're halfway with it, and then they go in and close it and basically sign it in their name. The CRM system will expose all of that sort of behavior as long as you leave notes. That's why it's important to leave notes. So we'll nip that in the bud straight away. I don't believe anyone who comes into this, everyone will go by kind of what we're putting in place, our culture, our structure. And when they understand the whole picture of it, the vision of what we're trying to do, I don't think any of that will be going on. But territories are purely there to help drive forward traction and basically capture that market. Okay, so in the first phase of operation, there will be kind of areas, targets you're trying to hit, which I'll go for on another call. But for now, I mean, I just wanted to just touch on the territories before we go into the big operation. So next thing I want to speak about is business categories. So there's been a lot of discussion about business categories. What can we sign? What can't we sign? I'm going to put together a list and I'm going to send it out as soon as it's together. I've got a rough idea of the list here. These are the ones I feel that will bring the most value to our product at the minute and people will be excited about seeing. So pubs and restaurants, okay, hair and beauty, activities and entertainment, automotive, piercings and tattoos, health and fitness, and medical. So I put down just a few today I was thinking about. Let me know your feedback, anything you want to add to this. I do know that the app category section, I've requested it to change and be updated when the geolocation technology comes in. So once we've got our categories correct and sorted, we can go into other things. But I think for the moment, I think they're the ones that are going to bring the most value, and they're the ones that are going to have the most footfall anyway. So profitability-wise, and revenue-wise, and awareness-wise, I think they're the best ones to aim for. For the moment, until we go into kind of our second month of public beta, I don't really want anybody contacting like national chains or franchises for the moment. We need to just get ourselves ready for that, because that's a bigger step again. But I think once we've got some case studies, once we've got some success stories, stores are really important. We need to create stores for these small merchants. We need to get a bit of footfall through them. And app distribution is massive, which I'm going to touch on in a moment. But yeah, once we start creating the stores and we've got results we can show these people, these bigger chains and these franchises, then we will get them on board. Users are massive. We need to really try and push the users. I'm going to explain and go through that on the next call before the 24th, basically, which is going to be Monday. But when that happens, we'll have a call on Monday. On that day, I'm going to set up a call for Monday if anyone can make it on. It will be recorded. But what we need to do is we need to make sure that we're using the leaflets correctly. You don't want to be spamming leaflets, because there is only about 500 each, maybe a little bit less in certain areas for certain reps. So you don't want to be spamming leaflets. You need to be using them correctly. But the app on that leaflet, you want to basically have so many per merchant. So you don't want to give them you don't want to put like 20 in one place. You just want to give enough out for the merchant to be able to basically distribute the app for you. And I'm looking now at basically they have an option to get smaller little leaflets just for the app with the same print on the front, but just smaller little leaflets for the app. They're really, really cheap. They're a lot cheaper. Reps would be to buy them. And then you can start doing some kind of more vigorous flying with the app in terms of door-to-door stuff, like people's doors and stuff. But the window stickers are going to bring huge awareness to the whole operation. People will start to talk about it in the area, start to see it a lot more. So yeah, apps is massive. If you don't get the app users, then we're not going to see basically the results we want to see. But it will all piece together. You'll see once you start bringing the businesses and we start getting the window stickers up and the leaflets in the house. Ben's got a wicked idea. Ben bought some plastic little holders to put the leaflets in, which looks really professional. As the operation grows and expands, we will look to basically add leaflets in. Sorry, Irene. Yeah, what was it you had to say? I'll just unmute you a second. I've got 10 minutes left, so I'll just unmute you a sec. Hi, Irene.
Hi. Obviously, for franchises, you mean like as in if it was like I have one franchise here in Ireland, but he can do his own thing, but he's under franchise. But that's okay, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it's more bright. It was more national chains. But like, is he? What franchise is it? What is it? Is it a really well-known?
It's an electrical sales shop. Like they sell all like TVs, and it's a hardware shop.
Okay.
Basically. But
yeah.
he does a bit of electric as well. The electric is a franchise, but the hardware is his own. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So he's the name. He's just the name. Yeah, no, that's fine. Just the bigger ones, just the big ones at the moment. Like, I don't want us to really approach them at this stage right now. It's a bit too early, basically.
Can we approach guest house, like guests?
Yeah. That's fine. Public house guest and stuff. Yeah, that's fine. And then yeah, cool. And then the last thing I want to touch on before the call ends was do some questions and stuff. It's basically images, guys. When you're uploading images into the system, I need you to visit Tutorial 9, which is on the university. It's also on my YouTube channel, Tutorial 9 for the slideshow. You need to see that. You need to make sure you're uploading the images correctly. Also, what you need to be doing as well is you need to be making sure that they are landscape, okay? Landscape and not portrait, basically, because we're not able to upload the images properly because they're just not fitting. What we're working on is a crop tool. The crop tool basically will be on the next update of the back office of Sherlock Local. It will be in there, so when business owners basically go on there, or we go on there as executives and we upload the image, we can crop the image just the right size so it doesn't throw out the framework in, which is going to be obviously on the app face and on the website. You go on there, some images are bigger than others and it just looks a mess. It doesn't look professional. So at the moment we've got a guy called Jason who is cropping the images, which is obviously a longer process. So in the next updates to the back office, we're basically looking to update the system so you can crop the image before it goes live, basically, so it's all the same size. But just be aware of that and the quality of the image as well. You need to be aware of the quality of the image, that it's clean, it's not distorted and stuff like that. So just be aware of that, guys. So that's pretty much it for tonight's call. It was a little bit longer than usual. And like I said, we're looking to do our first operation in the UK, our first marketing campaign in the UK on the 24th. That will be launch day. I'm looking to do a call on the 24th as well, just to kind of establish everything. But over these next few days, go through that module 4, the territory management, start planning your little attack, okay, which you're going to try and take down, get yourself in a good position, work out what you want to do, your strategy. And then if there's anything you need help with, let me know. But apart from that, guys, Monday will be the next call and we'll go from there. So is there any questions about tonight's call? So anyone who want to ask any more questions about anything? I think, Irene, is your hand back up for a question, or was that there before? No, that's cool. All right, team. Fantastic. Thanks for coming on tonight. And like I said, anything you need, any questions, let me know. Thanks for your patience and thanks for being on board this. And I'll catch you next week. Cheers.